just tracking whatever it's up to, getting a little carried away. There we go. Ah, sorry, trying to get back to Zoom. Got it. Made it. Rough landing. Okay, good morning. Welcome. This is Meditation. I'm Kari. We are working code 6. We have, as we're doing this, astrologically, Uranus is going retrograde today. Uranus is the wild card. So a lot of out of the blue random stuff, miracles coming down the pike whenever Uranus is in that space of just it's like the matrix kind of going underground, so to speak. So with that aside, let's go ahead and dive into today's meditation. Go ahead, closing our eyes for our beginning, and a couple nice deep breaths in, nice big exhales, another nice deep breath in, nice exhale, beautiful. And go ahead and lick your lips, relax your jaw, rolling the neck from one side to the other, and reversing direction. Amazing. So for code 6, this is the governor of the world. For Metatron, the title, I should say, for the Metatron is the governor of the world. And ultimately, our biggest challenge here is authenticity, right? It is how do we authentically express ourselves in the context of the matrix. So that's kind of that is not kind of, it is the theme. We are going to be the overall energy we're going to be just pushing through today. But I'm going to start out with reading you the code. So give me one moment just to pull it up here. All right, so continuing to breathe in. And I want to have you begin with the light link, feeling that golden sun shining down upon the top of your head, imagining its warmth as we call forward the kingdom of heaven. And the first codes, or the 6th code that we are on today for Metatron as the governor of the world, the kingdom of heaven is yours to claim. So as you feel into that energy, just imagining that golden light melting its way down into your mind's eye, the sun, imagining it warming your skin, the earth beneath your feet, imagining the earth coming alive. The seed implanted, igniting the flame. So let's go ahead and do that energy. Let's make that shift of that golden light working its way all the way down to the crystal quartz, all the way down to the crystal quartz at the center of the earth. For that is the ultimate seed in the midst of the density, that crystal quartz energy. Go ahead and let yourself connect to that crystal quartz energy and just start breathing nice big belly breaths as we begin to draw the energy of that crystal quartz back up and through. So again, the overall picture, we can feel the warmth above us. We can sense the roots of our consciousness reaching all the way into the center of the earth. And now through our breath, as though we are pumping the well, we're going to start to draw that energy of the seed all the way up into our bodies. I want to have you think of this seed, of this well, like not so much water, but an oil pump today, right? To ignite the flame. So we are coming all the way into the heart, igniting the flame. Imagining that fire burning of the golden flame coming down, seating inside of our heart, and it meeting that fuel, that energy of the earth, the two coming together as you come all the way into your heart focus and center. Now, pause here for a moment, and we're very physical in this code. It's the governor of the world, in and ruling, if you will, dominion of the physical plane. Feeling that energy physically, as you can imagine that flame burning and coming up and through the top of your head, and then rolling down your toric field, down your aura, cascading over, and then feeling its momentum building as it catches the energy, that life force energy, that luminescent energy, that fuel pumping up from the center of the earth with each breath. And again, feeling that energy rising, fueling the flame in the heart, the flame kicking off again until we feel that flame almost like it's turning a light switch on in the center of the mind. So we want to keep just feeling this rotation. And all you have to really do is just trace the flow of energy, guide it where you want it to go. The sun's coming in, it's igniting the spark. We're drawing fuel up, and then we're letting our own system start to run. A few breaths in here. Once you feel like you've traced it fully, coming up and through your mind's eye, cascading forward out the front, I also then want to have you switch to the back side of your body, feeling that energy coming up and through the spine, the back side, and cascading out. Notice how it feels maybe a little bit different, fiery on the front side, maybe more liquidy, like water pouring out and over the back, like a geyser. And again, I'm drawing that up and in, all while feeling that golden light mixing and swirling around the two fields of energy coming together as one. Again, just continuing to trace this flow with your mind. And you could even do it along the right side at your right hand. You could even make the motion as though you're helping pump that energy up and through, making nice little circles with your hand, drawing the energy up like you're fluffing a pillow, and then allowing it to all cascade out down the right side of the body. And repeating on the left side now. It's almost like we get to dig our way in as these beings of light, digging our way in to the density, to the fields. So from here, as we are completely immersed in this liquidy energy, feeling our body pumping. It's almost like we're manually pumping at the moment as we move through the rest of the code. The matrice, the matrix reveals the libraries within, restoring honor to what has been. So from here, our next activity, I want to have you envision a circle through your hands. Go ahead and allow that flame. Let it track out your left hand. So instead of it pouring up and out the top of your mind, let it pour up and out and through the left hand. And tracing the energy, and then up and out and through the right hand. Tracing the energy. As you anchor in a nice, big, round circle drawn in the field around you. the field of energy. So imagine using those flames coming out of those hands to draw a nice big circle. And as you're ready, stepping through, and just allowing yourself to start to spin. Start to spin. Maybe you actually physically spin. Maybe you feel your spine doing some rotation. Just spinning into the field of energy, much like we're riding a spiral escalator out into the darkness, capturing flame, streaming as light beings. We're just dancing through a couple different dimensions right now as we turn on those libraries. In just a moment, we're going to activate the library. Everyone thinks of our DNA. So our DNA is the matrix that brings the flame through, right? Or it's the structure. It's like the pipe, if you will. There is not within the DNA little libraries stored. It's that energy can pump through the little strands of DNA, coming together and activating different physical responses. And so as the seed from that crystal quartz begins to burn in your body, its energies flowing through your body, through the matrix of the earth, into the matrix of the body. As we spin, we are just activating, turning on that DNA field. You're doing amazing. And in just a moment, you're going to see almost as though it's emerging out of the darkness, continuing to feel that physical sensation of spinning and emerging out of the darkness like a star coming into focus, a big, brilliant X. I want to have you envision an X glowing in the light. And so you're coming in for a landing, like a helicopter landing on the landing pad. Except in this case, the X is not down below us as though we were looking down from above, but go ahead, that X, we are coming up. We are hitting a horizon point. We are hitting a mark from below. So as though we're coming up out of the ocean and we can see the X on the surface of the water. In this case, we're coming out of the darkness and illumined in a brilliant light. X out there somewhere in the fields. As you focus in on it, drawing it closer and closer in very Superman style, I want to have you reach an arm out and you are coming at warp speed. I bet you didn't even know you were moving all that fast. You're going to all of a sudden get the sensation of high rate of speed and use that momentum to pierce through that X as though you're a football player running through the big sign, then out onto the field, like punch through it, really punch through that field. And as you do, landing in a perfect garden, almost like a Garden of Eden. It's like we've punched through and we've come up and out of a beautiful pool of water with a waterfall flowing nearby. All of that momentum to penetrate into the field of the DNA, the field of the molecular structure, This is you building the field from within. I want to have you take a moment and just feel into this matrixy, molecular Garden of Eden imagery. For you are the one who controls this imagery and what feeds it. And so we're going to start with the baseline of just imagining this beautiful reflection pool and a waterfall. And I'm giving it a very tropical type of ambiance, very secret, very private. But what you get to start to color in is though from the other dimension where we just pierced through, I want you to imagine you can dunk your head back beneath the surface, much like digging into a closet. And within there is going to be a rope, a cord of some kind. Go ahead, there's a silver one. Look for the silver first and pull that silver cord through. And as you pull it through the dimensional realms, from the darkness where you can see and feel and sense that cord to this other side within the molecular structure, within the matrix of your body, notice what happens when you bring that energy through. Does everything take on a silvery cast or sheen? What happens when you pull that silver cord through? Does it bleed out as though we've just dumped a bunch of paint? Or can you see it being absorbed into the trees? Not from the outside in, but rather from the roots of the trees. Does the pond suddenly become silvery? Does the waterfall start to flow with beads of this silvery energy streaming down it? Breathing in and out here. I want you to keep playing with this. And as you feel ready, go ahead and reach back through into the pond. As though you're digging in the closet, find another thread, a beam of color, of light, a cord, if you will, and pull it through. I'll let you self-select. I'm seeing red for what it's worth. I'm seeing red. We're in the temple of the ruby flame. So many of you may see red first, but it could be anything. Maybe it's some blues or greens, some gold. As you do that, I want you, you know the homework, just keep pulling through the different cords, the different colors of light, through that crystal quartz into the molecular structure that is represented by this Garden of Eden. The seed implanted, igniting the flame, the matrix reveals the libraries within, restoring honor to what has been. A partnership forged in love's pure flame, the grail encoded into density again. Build the field from within. Take a stand, draw it through. A star is born, the sacred helix filled with what is true. So that's what we're up to right now. Keep reaching through that portal, drawing that star energy in and imagining it like a crayon, a landscape that you get to draw. But notice that, again, we aren't just like placing the energy in this field, it's truly coming through you. As you connect with the next color, maybe you see flowers beginning to blossom around this landscape. Let yourself fill in the details as you build out this garden, this perfect garden of creation. Build the field from within. Take a stand, draw it through. The star is born. The sacred helix filled with what is true. So our next task I want to have you do is, again, nice deep breath in. And this time, you're going to allow yourself to birth that star through this portal. You've built the fields, brought in the different chords, the different colors, which are frequencies within, all symbolic of, we're playing on the DNA helix and where it interfaces with the molecular structure. So we're dancing between the two fields right now. So we are going to now pull in that Metatronic ray, your star. So just like we have been with those chords, drawing that rainbow, the different colors of light through, I want to have you begin to imagine, just through your intention and your consciousness, as though it's like a portal. The pond, the pool of water in our garden is no longer liquid, but it becomes the vortex, and this energy of pure light births itself into form. And maybe you even see or observe a holographic expression of yourself coming in and through the fields, rising out of that pool of water, out of that vortex. Or maybe it's just a brilliant, bright, white light. And as we have each time now, feeling that energy, not only observing it coming through pool or the vortex, but also through the imagery within the garden, through the trees, through the plants, through the flowers that begin to pop up and appear. And within your body, beginning to imagine from the heart of the heart of the heart, from the solar plexus out, that garden projecting itself into your cells, as though if you gaze upon your body, you can see like popcorn popping, the image of this garden, one little cell at a time, until every cell looks like a mini version of this Garden of Eden that we are immersing ourselves in. Until an entire section of your body becomes one big, as all those cells come together, becomes one bigger version of it, maybe just in the belly, now in the heart, now deep in the root, now through the throat. Now imagining this garden encompassing all of your mind, and then like a balloon expanding, you can see your entire body within physical form, encompassed within this beautiful garden that we had been imagining in our mind's eye. The sacred helix filled with what is true. Hold the field, carry the flame, honor, revere, protect in my name. So notice how when we brought the stars being through, the star energy through, how it took us into the body, into the cells. Notice we've been here all along. We're just noticing where the energy is flowing and where it's most abundant. So we were envisioning, visualizing. It projected out into the fourth dimensional plane. And the moment that starlight came through and we saw the first little cellular organism, imagining it as one cell in the body, then multiple, 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 we are infusing this energy into physical form. Allowing it now, that bubble is going to get so full, it's about to pop, and we want to have that pop, that explosion happen. And as soon as it does, it should be an overwhelming sensation of a cooling energy, of starlight, breathing in and out. And just pure white light now, running up the spine, through the heart, into the top of the mind. Excuse me. There in the field. Nice deep breaths in, coming into the center of your heart, feeling again that light link. Couple nice deep breaths. Breathing in and out. Feeling the sun way in the distance and feeling yourself as that star seated. Into form. Let's go ahead and read the code one last time. You are the governor of the world within the temple of the ruby flame. The kingdom of heaven is yours to claim. The seed implanted, igniting the spark. The matrix reveals the libraries within, restoring to honor what has been. Partnership forged in love's pure flame, the grail encoded into density again. Build the field from within. Take a stand, draw it through. A star is born. The sacred helix filled with what is true. Hold the field, carry the flame. Honor, protect, revere in my name. I want to have you finish our visualization and this field of energy today by noticing, sensing the sensation of an X within your body from the left foot all the way up to the top. If we were to raise the right arm high into the sky, feeling that arm of the X, and then the right foot to the top of the left hand. Just feeling yourself, feeling this energy, imprinting and holding this field, and feeling the spinning and the twisting at the center of that X. With masculine and feminine fields of energy coming together, inner and outer, inverting and reverting, involution and evolution, all woven together as one. As you come back to yourself, into the room, into the moment. You did it. Number 6. You guys are amazing. Nice deep breaths in, letting your body experience a melting sensation as you come all the way back. You guys are awesome. Today, I want to have you notice how many times X appears, just because it's the symbol for the matrix, for the second coming, for a big piece of the code that we are working. And just see how we imprinted this geometry today. We didn't imprint, we were running the fields for this symbolism, so to speak. So just take note of where it shows up what synchronicities come into play. And as you notice it or get the hit or see it in an abnormal or in, when it has consciousness, just take note of what you're up to at the moment. Connect with that and allow yourself to connect at every dimension when it happens. So just as you're busy and you see it in 3D, feel into what could be happening in the fourth or fifth dimension around you. With that, namaste.